Hello, welcome back to our channel. I'm Debbie.
And I'm Darren.
And this is Victory.
Hello, Victory! La da 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 da.
She says I wash my fur meticulously. Right, we haven't got an advent calendar for the hamsters. Well, we have, but
we've stopped doing it yesterday because it was all the same bits over and over again. So
I thought I'd show you one of their favourites.
Niblot
apples. Now, apples, they come in 4 flavours. So you've got berry, carrot and tropical. Put His Highness's in there, and I'm just going to show you what a piggy looks like. Right. You little devil. There you go. Right. You don't want to go in there, do you? You want to be on camera. Right,
you're not on camera, mate.
Daddy, you look, see, your nether regions. Right, now watch. Go on. Bonnie, where's your nib block?
Do it. She's not gonna.
Bonnie, where's your nib block?
I'll have it.
Bonnie. Should stuff the nib block. Right, okay. Bonnie. Now, you might notice, but she didn't even take breath. And now she's going to go and stick her head in his house and see what food she can get. Because
there's nothing in there.
Oh, there is.
Is there?
There's another nib
block. Oh, she's taking something.
Yeah, she's taking his nib block. He's already eaten a pretzel this morning, so it's very unlikely he'll want anything else. Right, let's get these two little monsters away. Right, so we put Victor in his bowl.
Yeah.
We would have put her in hers, but there's 2 reasons I didn't. One was she decided to get in his strawberry, and it was a bit like
all his food.
That scene from Pooh Bear when he gets stuck in the rabbit hole. And Tyrion wanted out. Stop trying to jump on your fluffy brother. There we go. So Tyrion wanted out to say hello. He's had his nib block, but first and foremost, I've got to show you, we bought her a new ball.
Yeah.
Now,
a rat ball.
It is a rat ball. It's absolutely huge. It's used for degus as well, and chinchillas, and it is a monster of a thing. And she really loves it. Really loves it.
Yeah.
I'd recommend.
See, you can't see in there now.
You've got to check that animals are happy, and
but yeah, you'll see that she has got lots of space in there now. She was quite tight in the other one because she got bigger and bigger and bigger
but
and bigger.
The slits aren't too big. That's what I like about the Savick ones. They're big enough and plenty of them. But they're not too big where they can get their little tootsies stuck and things.
Yes, it was. Right.
Tyrion just wanted to be seen, but he too seems exceptional. They all have.
She's already taken it, mate.
She's already taken the stuff. Sorry, don't put your foot. You've just put your foot in the water, haven't you? Your brother does that. You've already had one.
Did he get a nib block?
Yeah, he's eating it. It's gone. It's gone.
Mind the coffee.
Mind the coffee. Yeah. Mind your head. He's a bit high at the moment because she was playing in my fleece earlier, and
he's nuts anyway.
He is nuts, yeah. Right, let's get you in your ball, and then we can show these good people
the bits.
Right. So we'll start off on the advent journey.
Yeah.
I won't be doing advertisement for Hamster Bits. It's just that, to be honest, I'm sort of at a loss a bit this morning. They all wanted a treat. And because they're getting used to that, so we're having to get inventive with the sweeties they've already got. Yeah. Right, what day are we on today anyway?
We are on 9th.
9th, lovely, thank you.
As there are 16 days to go.
16 days to go. I'm amazed. I'm absolutely amazed. I've actually remembered to do that each time so far. Oh, by the way, the one I got from yesterday.
Yep.
Told you I'd wear it with my wiggly worms.
Yep.
Right. Oh, these are so cute. You're going to love these, guys. Seriously. Oh, for heaven's sake. Well, you will if I ever find a way into them anyway. Look at this, honestly. Right, so got no... Whoops.
Ooh.
Another pair of peat earrings. If any of you guys would like to know where I got these, I can find them on AliExpress and get Darren to put a link or at least details below. But yeah, I mean, they're double-sided as well.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter where you do feed them. This is being an awkward ear at the moment, to be fair. Right, I haven't put them in today because one of my ears is quite sore, so hence why I'm putting them back in the bag, which is a real shame because that is so wicked. They will be worn. But no, as I say, I was going to put them in, but Darren thought it's the best, probably not the best idea.
No, try.
Which is a fair point, to be fair. A fair point, to be fair.
To be fair, to be sure, to be whatever.
Oh, now how... What it is where you've got the boxes, right? The lips are upwards and they get caught in the plastic bit. And then it takes me half an hour to uncatch them. Got it in the end. So after all of that, I can't wear the earrings because I've got a irritation in one ear. That's nothing to do with the earrings. That's just, unfortunately, I think I poked around too much the other day and it's caused it irritation. But yeah.
Yeah, alright. So, the Harry Potter one.
Da, da, da.
Da, 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 da,
Right,
da.
and we're on number 9, isn't
We
it?
are. Oh, straight there.
Right there, yeah, I know. It smells divine. Right, and it does.
It does, it does.
Ooh. Ooh. It's
quite hefty.
Yeah, it's a little chunky monkey going on here, you know.
Oh.
Ah.
Yes.
Gryffindor.
The Gryffindor one, yeah.
And that's red.
It is. You're right.
No, you were saying before about the body.
Yeah, because it was light blue. That's a lot darker red than the light blue is, though. Because the light blue wasn't almost there.
That's lovely. It's there's a bergamot tone to that. I've got it more from. If you're only going to get one Harry Potter item from Boots, I'd recommend the Deluminator.
They're doing it again this year.
Yeah, they're doing it again this year. And to be honest, it's something that I would get every year, but there's no point because I've not been going out. I haven't been wearing perfumey bits because there's no point.
Yeah, because Deluminator is a perfume. You go like that. You flip it.
One.
You take off the top bit and it's got a rollerball underneath. So you roll it on your wrists and bits.
That's beautiful, that is. That's bergamot and it is a really lovely nif, it is. Right. I've got to say, every single time this is blooming good. It really is.
Yep.
It's a good calendar. Right, slurp time for Debbie.
Yep. A Gryffindor mug. And Hairwick calendar.
Right. Day 9.
Yep. Ah.
You never know what you're going to get until you get it.
No.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Right, I would say it's not the winter. This is
Is that the gingerbread?
Homemade cookie scent.
Oh, homemade cookie scent.
I can't can't really say it smells like a cookie though.
No, it's got
Homemade cookie scent.
Got vanilla in it.
Yeah. Right. It is the season to get cosy, so snuggle up with the warm scent of freshly baked cookie, vanilla bean and whipped cream. A sprinkling of sweet spice brings a festive comfort. I have never smelt a cookie.
It's got vanilla.
Like
It's just vanilla, basically. Yeah, I mean, it's...
I don't know, it smells more soapy to me than anything else. I you know.
Right. On the 12th day of Christmas, our true love gave to me.
Now, if you're only just signing into
Happy
us,
Christmas,
welcome. But this one is one that's it would normally be done on the last 12 days run up to Christmas, but because I want the ornaments out, we're doing it's 9, isn't it?
9, yeah. Tree.
I'm the wrong way round.
Oh, the wrong trousers, Gromit.
I know. I've got to do my nails. They are going to be blue.
I've got to do mine as well.
Silver.
Well, I did them, and then I ripped some of it off because it wasn't dry. It's a tree. It's several trees by the looks of it.
And they've even got their own baubles on.
Oh, hey.
It does only say tree.
Tree.
So, no, I suppose it would be, wouldn't it? Because it goes up in layers.
Oh, yes, true, yeah. Yeah, ready?
Yeah.
So we go 1, 2, 3. Right, there you go. That was really quick to put together as well, actually. And he's a Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree.
Don't frighten off the viewers, please.
Your sparkling lights are history.
I love it. I think that's wicked, that is.
Yeah.
That's really cool. It's taller than I thought it was going to be as well.
It's got to be for the animals.
Yeah, I know.
You've got to bear in mind the badger came up there.
In actual fact...
In fact, this badger has got to be scary, because this badger has got to be about the size of a large dog.
It's not that much bigger than It's not that much smaller than Victory, really.
No, it wasn't. No.
So,
I mean, if you think that that's a tree, I mean, the badger comes halfway up the size of a tree. I mean, it's
okay. So
we're talking about 20, 30 foot badger here. I mean,
so Tesco's are now breeding 20, 30 foot badgers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds fair.
Sounds like a Hufflepuff plot to me.
It's terrible. Right. What you got, babe?
I have got Gracie's Court.
Aha. This one we got thrown with yesterday.
Yes, because it was the one the right colour. Oh. 9.
It's above 8.
Is it?
Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh, we got a colour then. We got a funny colour.
Yes, it's a pink one.
Oh no, not just pink. Snow Fairy. Fresh sweet bubble gum. Your favourite uplifted aroma.
To be honest, I think that whatever was in door 8, because we couldn't decipher the smell, could we? Because we could tell it was minty, was taking the mint scent from the Snow Fairy, because this is a lot.
Oh right,
more
so this one,
minty.
that's not Snow Fairy then.
So no, no, this is Snow Fairy. I don't think the one yesterday was.
Oh right.
I think it was probably one that lacked in scent compared to Snow Fairy, because this is really quite minty.
Yeah, but it doesn't say it's got mint. It says it's bubblegum, darling.
Yeah, you can smell the bubblegum after bit, but either that or there's a really minty one round it.
We've had the candy cane.
We've had candy cane, yes, but I can smell an undertone of bubblegum. So, you know, I've got no.
Yeah, the undertone of something else as well. It's
quite nice, but it's not.
I don't know. It's one from the bottom. There's something that's it sort of hangs around afterwards. No.
Yeah. I think the biggest problem with these
is
because they're right.
They're not individually wrapped,
and they're not individually wrapped. And now I hate plastic.
Yeah, But you know why that other one has got so much wrapping around it now, don't you?
That's right, yes. Because it does keep the scents separate. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, this has definitely been a
nice one,
runner.
yeah.
It's been a really good one. But it's just that I mean, to be perfectly honest, if Peppermint has scented quite a few of them, it's really not a problem because we love the smell of candy canes and peppermint.
Yes.
I mean, we got Yankee Candle melts, didn't we?
Yes.
And a matching candle we got last year. So
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
We were really in a minty wonderland yesterday. It was
We were.
lovely. I could breathe. So much easier. So if you've got a bit of a cold, actually, I'd recommend it.
Or eucalyptus one.
Yeah. But no, I love the peppermint candy cane one. I found number 10. There's number 9. These we're never excited about. It's one of those things where
we bought them earlier on in the year before we were going to do this anyway.
As
so
I've said before, in case
I say it was only
you missed any of our Vlogmas ones.
It was a bit for us, not as opposed to show anyone else. But as we had them, you know, man.
Oh, it smells like plastic dolls again.
Yeah.
Like dollies. So probably cinnamon spice.
You should be able to smell cinnamon, though.
No, it just smells like dolls to me. You know when you open up the packaging from a dolly?
That doesn't smell like cinnamon either on the bag.
No, I don't know. We haven't.
In fact, that's a different colour at the bottom.
It is, isn't it? It's quite.
I think it's probably because they're that old, actually. Christ knows how old these things actually are.
No, they're still selling them now for $1.99.
I was like, Christ knows how old these things are. I mean, the scents probably went on these years ago.
But it doesn't matter. I mean, at the end of the day, you can always add your own scent to them. You can melt them down and add new scents to them to make wax melts. You know.
Yeah, you can anoint them with other bits.
You can. This is it. Right, so we are looking for number 9.
Number 9.
And it's Xmas.
Yay! Xmas!
Now we still haven't burnt any of these yet, and as I said, we were living in a cloud of peppermint last night. It was wonderful. I recommend it highly to anybody.
Here we go again.
Here we go again. Right. You little so-and-so. I mean, these last forever because it takes forever to get them out. Right, up there so I can chuck it away. Right.
Can I have the box?
Oh, I suppose so. We'll let him have.
We need to know what it is.
You won't get me to read it because it's teeny tiny reading.
Death by Chocolate Orange.
Oh, it is. But it smells like cheap chocolate. Does that make sense? Or dark chocolate?
Yeah, Death by Chocolate Orange.
You have to sniff it a few times to get different levels. You don't inhale too deeply.
Well, it's not bad. It's quite nice.
I think it'll burn better than it nips.
It smells like dirty socks as well. Or dirty something.
Terry's chocolate orange. Dirty socks flavour.
Terry's dirty sock. Have you seen chocolate orange and bits like that? It's only a matter of time before they do it. They're already mixing chocolate with chilli and Marmite.
Some people like that, don't they?
With Marmite.
I know. I like Marmite with cheese, and they're really nice, especially at Christmas time. I tend to do. Well, I tend to. It's
a roll.
Tends to. Yeah, you get a sheet of ready rolled
puff pastry.
Yeah. Roll it out so it's just.
Well, just lay it out flat.
Lay it out flat onto a baking tray.
Yeah.
You have to get it out for about 10 minutes before you do any of that, mind you.
You have to do that with that anyway. You get the squeezy Marmite. Squeeze it all across it. In bits.
Cheese.
Then cheese across it.
Whatever strength
roll it up.
You like.
Cut it into bits about that thick.
So they're pinwheels, basically.
Yeah.
Oh,
then put them all in the oven.
It's naughtily nice. It is.
It is.
I mean,
all the cheese comes out, all the Marmite.
yeah, it's not. Oh, we might have to get some ready roll icing this week. Not icing.
Not icing.
Sorry.
One track mind. Yeah, here we go.
I do love icing. I get really excited. Every now and again I'll get a vanilla crown as a treat, and they drizzle a little bit of icing on it. Apart from one week where they forgot, and I just felt it ruined it for me. It did.
Yeah. Right. I shall pass that to you.
Right.
One of Debbie's favourite bit.
Excited. You could put your hands up, but there's been no point because I can't. It's not a two-way thing, really. Right, hang on, come here. Right. Oh, this is one I'm going to murder. Lays.
Lays.
No.
Lays sounds French.
Okay, whatever Lays is in sounding German. Risotto de Schnitzel. Now, do you know, the thing is, right, I did French, English and German.
Did
My
you?
memory's appalling, yes. I did.
I did French, Spanish.
That's what I meant. French, Spanish and German.
You did German as well?
Yeah. And honestly, if I didn't know the word in French, I'd write it down in German. If I didn't know it in German either, I'd write it. So basically my French exam was a joke, really. And yeah, the only time I'm any good with it, or it seems to trigger back in my brain, is if I have a few tipples. Now, I can't drink anymore. So unfortunately, and due to my medication, my memory is forgetful. So yeah, that's my idea of German.
Plus you left school a little while ago.
Yeah, it's true. I think that was
quite nice.
That was lovely. You don't. This is the thing. You don't have to understand a language to appreciate the beauty of it.
Oh no.
And that's
well,
very soft. For
some of the ones I'm listening to now. No, you don't know.
No. This
okay. Fireschwalks.
Who?
Fireschwalks. German or something like that. They're a German folk metal band.
All right.
Yeah. And one of them has got another one called D'Artagnan.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I love
That's another one. And that's like this.
And yes, we have the complete set.
Well, D'Artagnan and the D'Artagnan,
yeah.
and the three musket hounds.
The thing is, Darren got that from a charity shop.
I did, yes. Yeah.
We got Paddington Bear or something.
We did, yes. The complete original Paddington Bear as well. We got from a charity shop. It comes in a little case.
Flumps.
Yeah, we got the Flumps. We got Mr. Ben. We've got.
There you go. An extra question
Bod.
for you today. What were your top three?
Oh, children's
programs. Actually, not top three. Just go for it. Tell me everything.
Yeah.
And
Debbie liked Puddle Lane.
I did. Oh, Toby. Really loved that dragon. He was my first love of dragons.
Toby. He's Welsh, wasn't he? Oh, well, I can't do a Welsh accent.
No, you can't. You really can't.
No.
See, I'm England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales. So I'm a real mixture of the British Isle, as it were. And yeah, I loved listening to my granddad. Right.
What was it? Oh yes, that's what it was, yes. Right.
A mole in the works. Now, what I will say is I worked out quite quickly that this was a code.
Yeah.
And it says shake them. So you've got sausages. So it was the second letter of sausage, 6th and 7th. You've got toast. Which took me a bit longer to get, because was it fried bread, was it toast? I know this is it. Bacon, which, to be honest,
or was it
is
back bacon?
debatable. I know. 1 and 4, so you've got B and
Oh.
O. Scrambled egg, which Darren really took umbrage to. I spent
because you don't get going through. You don't get scrambled egg and a British breakfast. You get fried egg and a British breakfast.
Oh dear! I had to.
So I was going. Was it baked beans? Was it bubble and squeak? Was it bits like that?
But the thing is, I mean, I've watched Sherlock Holmes, so's Darren, and he's had scrambled eggs several times for breakfast.
Yes, but that's not a British breakfast, or is it a British breakfast? Actually, it's an English breakfast because the Scottish one's different.
I know. Well, in Scotland, they call bacon ham.
Yeah.
And ham bacon. So
yeah.
That can get quite confusing.
Yeah.
Mushrooms were a bottom one.
Yep.
I was fairly confident with
4 and 5 was H and R.
Because the pictures were quite, innocuous. Anyway.
It said there's some people said got bits but didn't get other bits. It said shake them, which basically it was an anagram.
It's an anagram. So, you didn't know whether it was 1, 2, 3 words, what have you. Now, unfortunately, I realised quite early on that Albert was in it. And the problem was I just couldn't move away from that. I knew it was wrong, but I was exhausted yesterday, quite literally, and I ended up going to sleep shortly after this was done, and I woke up, and before I had a chance to go back onto it, Darren came up with an answer, and of course once one of us has got it, there's not a lot of point in me.
No. Well, I went through a bit and I found theatre, which had to be a good sort of bet. It was like, well, the letters I had left, you could make globe. I thought, oh, they've got it.
Yeah.
Then I had a look, because Debbie said, was it around then? I don't know. So I had a look.
Different names and so on.
I had a look, and I was like, oh, perhaps it isn't that then. Because the Globe Theatre apparently was built in 1599 and it was burnt down in 1642, and it's a line on the ground. It was rebuilt as the Shakespeare Theatre in 1997. I thought, it can't be that then, because it's not a place.
In the time frame,
In the time frame, it wouldn't have been a place. But we also had Lollywayne said about it as well.
Yeah.
It was a Globe Theatre, so it's got to be a Globe Theatre.
Well,
but
we don't know until
the time bits don't match up.
No, it doesn't.
Because Sherlock Holmes was around Victorian to Edwardian.
But as I've said before, I think we perhaps
late 1800s to early 1900s.
So basically, what we've done, or what Darren's done, is he's poked a hole in it, basically, because, as Darren said, the time frame's off.
Yeah, I say it was burnt down in the 1600s. If you look at it, there's a mark on the ground that goes all the way around.
And so the people that obviously put this together didn't research the globe. They sort of saw it, mixed it up.
It's a bit. It may be a bit as a landmark bit, but it doesn't. It didn't actually exist around at that time as a thing.
But I will be honest, these ones with the codes, I am loving.
Yeah. Pages of bloody.
Yeah. I mean, in retrospect, the next time I think I'll say to Darren, if you have got it, don't tell me, so I can carry on. But as I said, I was very tired.
No, so you spent most of the day yesterday asleep.
I did. It doesn't take a lot to exhaust me, to be perfectly frank. And let's say, doing these ones in a row and getting up, I have loved every minute of it. And funnily enough, I think I'm really going to miss it when we have finished the Vlogmas. But yeah. Right, anyway, let's find out the solution and see whether it matches. Unless I'm very much mistaken, you're expecting Moriarty to show up at the Globe Theatre. Am I right?
Oh, that is it. Thank you. That's it done. Bye.
There is a huge tourist attraction. the theatre is a huge tourist attraction, and it will be easy to position a whole horde of plainclothes peace officers there. Actually, it won't, because as Darren just stated, it was burnt down, so all that was there was a line.
There's a line over where houses are. So, no.
Right, we'll ignore that though. Inspector Lestrade could not hide his surprise. Holmes, you sly old fox, how did you know? You must tell me. With the help of those doodles, of course. The ones you mistakenly assumed were a list of ingredients. The drawings are part of a masked message. Let me show you how to decipher it. We have a list of food: sausages, toast, bacon, scrambled eggs and mushrooms. The numbers beneath the drawings tell us which letters to take. If we put those together, we are left with a get a bully something.
Yeah.
And a clue we're meant to take literally, shake them. By placing the letters in the correct order, we end up with Globe Theatre. That must surely mean that the present-day replica of the original theatre built in 1599. So we have found the mole, but she must have got suspicious when she saw me arrive.
So it's set at our time then? It's not set at Holmes' time?
No.
This replica's been rebuilt. That's important to know. That is.
Yeah.
Because we've been thinking it's set at Holmes' time.
Well, yeah, I mean, you would think
because Lolly Wayne said about it as well, because he said the bit that would have given it out would have been a jet engine, which weren't jet engines then.
No, that's true. Right. So we found a mole, but she must have got suspicious when she saw me arrive. She's done a runner, I'm afraid. Her boss has managed to pull his head out of the noose yet again. I wouldn't have too many high hopes about catching Moriarty. If I were you, considering the tools at your disposal, he will manage to get away. Believe me, I'm speaking from experience. Right. Ooh. So the next one which Darren will read is Roasts Most Ruined. There you go.
Oh.
You got attacked.
Remote control.
Uh-huh.
Right. Right. How ridiculous, Watson exclaimed, looking up from the newspaper article, which had caught his attention. Beside him, Holmes was snoozing in front of the blazing fire. The lengths people will go to for the sake of a prize-winning Christmas roast turkey. Listen to this, Holmes. Right. London's Christmas roast scandal. Pandemonium at this year's competition for the best roast turkey in all of London. Security was at an all-time high. The contestants were not even allowed to leave their workspaces to visit the toilet unless they were accompanied. They couldn't bring their own ingredients either. The exact quantities were provided according to their specifications. The large competition kitchen was divided into 4 separate cooking areas, each fully equipped with its own cooker and refrigerator, as well as all the necessary utensils. However, when the 4 finalists finally presented their roast to the jury several hours later, the judges were shocked. One roast after another turned out to be inedible. They didn't even try the first one because it was burnt to a cinder, having been cooked at too high a temperature. There was no sign of a technical failure. The second turkey actually had stones in the stuffing. The filling of the third was delicious, but the bird had been rubbed with sugar instead of salt. Only the fourth entry was impeccable. All hell broke loose when candidate number 4 was declared the winner for the 5th time in a row. The other candidates immediately accused her of cheating. They were convinced their roasts had been sabotaged by the winning candidate. In fact, it did seem unlikely that all the other candidates who had successfully cooked their way into the finals should have made such terrible mistakes. The jury has retired to decide whether the winner should be disqualified. There's something fishy going on, but can the jury prove it? Yeah. Don't know. I have to think about that.
How long would you have to cook a turkey to burn it?
The temperature would be too high.
Yes, I know, but the smell would give it away. Anyway, That's just the cooking me. I haven't got a clue at the moment. I'll read it through and make some notes and see how I get on. But nothing's standing out at the moment.
No.
Like I said, I do prefer the coded ones. But right, now then. We know that several of you got it right. We also applaud the honesty of one of you, because you actually said that you noticed that you didn't have a clue, but somebody else had written the answer anyway. So big ups for that, to be perfectly honest. That's extremely honest.
Yeah. It was Leanne Miller. Said she saw the bit on there and it was good enough for her. So she didn't put down a response.
She's getting a point for that though.
Yeah.
I apologise for the noise, but at the moment there's 4 out of 5 hamsters out. Mishka's the only one asleep. And
well, yeah, she can sleep through that. I don't know.
I really don't know. I really don't know. But she really didn't want to come out, and she did her usual thing of, oh, excuse me. She did her usual thing of, I put my hands in there and lay it flat on the floor, and she's got this routine thing going where she sort of sucks on my fingers. Then she proceeds to bury my hand, and then she gets upset with me when I take it away because she's decided she wants to keep it. But we have this every day, and it can happen 2-3 times a day. Not the most comfortable thing in the world Lena wants Stick to do, but she just loves doing that. I've got no idea why. Anyway.
Right. Yep.
So.
The question everyone wants to know. The question is on everyone's lips, which is...
Sorry.
How can Debbie still be tired after sleeping all day yesterday? No. No, that isn't the question. No.
I'm diabetic and I haven't eaten anything yet, so I'm yawning. Right. So, I want to know, what are your traditions? Your Christmas traditions? Do you do something special on Christmas Eve? Do you go to midnight mass? Do you burn the candles in your Yule log Christmas Day? Do you get up in the morning being woken by a bouncy partner that bounces up and down on the bed, which Darren doesn't get anymore because
She can't do that anymore.
I can't do that anymore. I used to.
Christmas.
I didn't want him to feel left out and not having actual physical children, you see. So I thought, well, but no, I no longer do that. I generally tend to come in here, grab a hamster that's usually waiting, and then we'll proceed to
throw the hamster on me.
Face. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, did you wake up? Oh, sorry.
So no, let's say so the kids wake us up. But no,
you used to have a tradition. You went downstairs and you could see everything as it was at your mum and dad's before you left there.
That wasn't a tradition. That was a dream. I have a recurring dream every year. Well, to be fair, there used to be 2 of them. One was I'd wake up Christmas morning and I'd forgot to buy any presents for anybody. So I'm never settled until I've got all the presents, and it's sort of like, it's one of those ones that would reoccur if I thought I was running out on time anyway. And the other one was a bit like when Rose went back to the Titanic in the film Titanic. Whereas I'd walk into Mum and Dad's front room and my grandparents
it was full of water
would be sat in their place. No. You know, it was lovely, and I'd get that Christmas morning with them, but I haven't had that for a very long time now. But no, I mean, for years, donkey's years, that went on. So, you know, have you got any traditions? With us, we always have the first part of the morning to ourselves with the hamsters, and then they generally want to go to bed, and we we tootle off over to Mum and Dad's. This is when I could easily. This is what we're hoping we're doing this year. But we'll tootle off to Mum and Dad's around 11:30, sometimes later, never earlier actually.
No.
But and then we'd open presents over there. The ones we got to eat for each other all had at home. We'd do in the morning between us and the Hamsters presents, and yeah, have family dinner, and we'd come home about 7:30 because we want to be here for the Hamsters when because I don't really like. I mean, I worry. I miss them when I haven't got them around me because they're. I mean, if they get up, they come out. They pretty much demand. They've got their routines, but it can be changeable. And what I tend to do is I make them a cracker. So if they do wake up during the day, they have a Christmas cracker to open. And then when I do come home, it's usually with bits of roast dinner that they can eat. So they get their Christmas dinner as well. So have you got any weird and wonderful or normal or? Yeah. So I'm waffling on, so he's going to cut half of this. I know it. I know it. I know it. I do.
Yeah, we've hit over an hour so far. So yeah.
So basically, I want to know what traditions you do. You know. Don't have to be unusual particularly, but what's particular to you and your family? You know, I'm curious basically. I is nosy, but no.
Yeah. So until tomorrow or next time we see this, have a good one.
Bye. Be different.